Welcome to the 210th edition of Find That Pod. Christy Makes a Podcast. Krista Makes of Less Than Jake discusses the ins and outs of songwriting with a variety of guests from the world of music. If you're at all interested in the process of creating music and songwriting, in particular the over 150 episodes of content dedicated to this craft, which I find entirely mysterious, are an excellent entry point. Make sure to give it a listen. Hothouse Earth. With environmental crises reaching a critical tipping point, we find ourselves sprinting to keep up with fast-changing environmental law and policy developments, like regulatory rollbacks and subsequent lawsuits. Join experts from the nation's premier environmental law school as they provide concise, accessible conversations on the most pressing issues of our time. If you are an advocate, journalist, educator, student, or concerned citizen seeking to understand environmental law and how it relates to current events, Hothouse Earth is the podcast for you. Plain English with Derek Thompson. Longtime Atlantic tech, culture, and political writer Derek Thompson cuts through all the noise surrounding the big questions and headlines that matter to you in his new podcast, Plain English. Here, Derek and guests engage the news with clear viewpoints and memorable takeaways. Mind meets machine. I'm super excited to tell you about this podcast, which is weird because it only has one episode so far. But I find it fascinating because it's basically the first mainstream podcast that uses AI as a podcast co-host. In Mind Meets Machine, world-recognized AI expert Rob Lennon teams up with his creation Ruby AI, a smart, sassy, and most entertaining AI. Mind Meets Machine explores our current reality and our new future. Together, we tackle ways to improve your health, wealth, love, happiness, and impact. But as we dig into the human condition, you'll also have a front-row seat into how a state-of-the-art AI acts when tasked with simulating emotions, preferences, charisma, and helping humans thrive. It is a surreal and wild ride, one that will give you a glimpse into an AI-enabled future that is rapidly approaching. Creator Science explores how to succeed as a professional content creator. Each week, Creator Science digs into the details of how creators are finding success today. Not what worked 2, 5, or 10 years ago, but specific strategies and tactics that are working today. You'll hear conversations with some of today's top professional creators, including James Clear, Ali Abdaal, Tim Urban, and Cody Sanchez. You'll also hear firsthand experiments and actionable advice from the host, Jay Klaus. Jay is the founder of Creator Science, and he documents how he earns more than $500,000 per year as a professional creator himself.